Hello everyone, Steve Blair with TeaTime Productions here, with a video for you. I'm not quite sure how to label this one, because it's kind of unique. Because I'm going to be asking you guys for help on certain things. I'm going to be asking your opinion on stuff, and I guess I'm going to be giving, a few small updates too. So I guess it's like an update video / reverse Q&A, where I'm asking you guys questions. But either way, we're going to start by getting kind of off topic here right away and saying that I've been feeling a little sick lately. I've been getting another flare-up of my disease I have. It's called ulcerative colitis. You guys can look that up online if you want. I'm not gonna post a link in the description or anything. You can take care of that yourself if you want to know more about it. But that's been part of it. I guess that's been part of the reason why, at least for this last week specifically, I've been not wanting to work much, because I've had a lot of great ideas that I could just quickly get out in this past week, but when you feel sick, my arms and legs are in a lot of pain right now. What happens for me with ulcerative colitis, I actually have a rare version of it, is sometimes they're not visible on the surface, but I'll get these like welt type things. They're almost like bruises throughout my body, where it'll be painful to the touch, or if I move just right on my arms and legs, it's pretty painful, so it makes it hard to move around. But I've gotten used to it over time, but I haven't had this bad of a flare-up in a while, so it's a little odd. Anyway, moving on to more relevant matters. To start out with a small update, I'm sure you guys have noticed if you're watching this, unless you were linked here through Facebook, was that I've changed my profile picture. So you can see that down below the video. You can see that if you haven't seen it on my channel already. I decided to just go with something a little more, a little more personal, because of the fact, I've gotten people telling me, maybe you should have a profile picture that is of you rather than this pony. And it's not that I didn't agree with them, because I completely agreed with their advice that it would be good to have a more personalized thing, so that way it would be easier for people to find my channel, based on me, or it would be more like professional, this is me, this is my channel kind of thing, without sounding narcissistic. But it wasn't that I was ignoring that. It was the fact that for some reason I just never got around to it. I was too lazy for a long time to just actually go onto Google Plus and change my picture, even though it's really easy. I don't know, I just got around to it now, right? So now I have a picture of me as my profile picture. Another update is I've created a second Facebook page. If you watch my cubing videos regularly, or if you just enjoy them, even if you don't watch them regularly, it would probably be a worthwhile thing to go and check out my cubing page that I've made. It's called TeaTime Cubing. You can look that up on Facebook, or you could just go right up to the top where you go to my main channel page. You can go right up to, it would be over there? No. Where you'll see all my different links, to like my different Facebook stuff, my DeviantArt, which I don't use anymore, I don't bother with that, and once I create a second channel, that'll be up there too. All that stuff, it'll be up there in the corner. You can find a link to it there, as well as my main Facebook page if you haven't liked that yet. That's just my channel page. And the reason I created this cubing Facebook page is because in this last week, I started timing myself doing cubes again. And I noticed that all of my times were a lot faster than they used to be. Probably because I hadn't timed myself in like 3 months, so I've gotten a lot faster. So I started posting all my best times to my channel page, but the thing is, I don't want cubing stuff to take over my channel page, because that's about, my channel, it's about my videos. And even though I do videos about cubing, that's not something I want. It's just for cubing to take over that page. So I decided, why not make a page specifically for cubing, if not for the sake of not trying to overrun my channel page, or if not for the sake of just having a second page for my channel, just for fun, having a cubing page for fun, because I like cubing. Anyway, on to the first of the questions that I have for you guys. Some of you may remember, a little while back, I said that I might be creating a crib special, where I show you around my house, and explore a little bit more instead of my room, because you guys have seen plenty of my room. But the thing is, I started filming it one day. I didn't like the way it was turning out, because it was turning into more of a me carrying the camera around and just pointing it at stuff and talking about it, while at first I wanted it to be some kind of, professional looking, production kind of thing where I would have a different gimmick for each room and stuff, but it seemed like, one, at the time for me it was a lot of work that I didn't really feel like doing because I am lazy sometimes, I'll admit. And two, that would have just been way too difficult for me to do. It would have been too time consuming because I would have to go around the house and there's other people who live here, so that would get in the way of them and they'd be getting in the way of me, and so it just would have been this whole crazy thing. Now if you guys still want me to do something like that, I can try. Maybe one day if I have a day off, I can start doing that kind of thing. I can write the whole thing ahead of time, which is probably mistake number one for me, that I didn't do that. And then start doing the big production, and over time, whenever I'm home alone, do a little bit more of it. It might take a long time for it to come out, but then you get your big production. Now, you may be wondering where I'm going with this. The second part of this question is, would you rather me have that big production, or would you rather I do a candid, an informal day in the life of Steve kind of thing, where I'm not necessarily just holding the camera and pointing it at stuff, but it starts, I wake up and I'm actually pointing the camera at myself. I'm talking to you about, what I do in my day, and I will show you around the house, still, but it'll be more of a relaxed atmosphere where it's just like, again, a day in the life rather than a huge production, with a lot of crazy stuff going on in it. Just let me know which one you'd rather. Personally, I would like, not just because of the sake of ease of editing or filming work, I would like the more candid thing because I love watching YouTubers be out of character and just being themselves that they are in their normal life off camera. It's more fun to me, but you guys can decide which you would rather have. The second thing I wanted to talk about was I've been thinking about on and off actually creating a WordPress. That would be, for those of you who don't know, that's a service where you can either create your own website or a blog or whatever. It would be yourname.wordpress.com. So it's kind of like creating your own free website. But if I did that, I would make it into kind of a blog thing to start with. Would that be something you guys would be interested in? Because I do have a lot of stuff that I'd like to talk about that is too short to put in a video, but is too long to quickly make a Facebook post about, whatever. I don't want to take up my channel page on the personal stuff that's not about my videos or about cubing, just for, that random stuff about life that I want to talk about. Would you guys be interested in seeing a blog from me that isn't related to any of my Facebook pages or the channel? So, the TLDR version of that would be, would a blog made by me about anything I really wanted, just about posts in general, would that be something that any of you guys would actually be interested in? Would you guys actually read any of that, or would I be just wasting my time creating a blog? Okay, and now for a similar question. I've heard opinions all across the board about this, but I know pretty much every YouTuber except for me has one. So would creating a Twitter account be something that you guys would you find that helpful? Do a lot of you use Twitter enough? Of my few viewers that I have, do you guys use Twitter enough for it to be worth it for me to create a Twitter at this point? Or would, again, that just be a waste of time for me to create that because either you guys don't use Twitter or you think it's a shitty place like I've heard? Doesn't that, whatever your reason, is this a yes or no, should I create a Twitter or not? And is there anything you guys would like to see me do right now? Is there something that you guys can think of at this moment that you would like to see a video made of within the next month or so? Because I do have a few videos lined up that I'll be doing, throughout the next few weeks. But still, once I run out of ideas, it'd be nice to, have something that you guys maybe want to see, so I know you guys will actually enjoy it. So I guess this is the part where I'm taking your requests. Go ahead and put something down below. I've done this once before on my channel, but it was a long time ago. Go ahead and comment down below about whatever you want me to do, and maybe I'll do it if I feel like it. When I did this before, one of the requests I got was for doing blind commentary, and that was something that I ended up doing, but it seems like nobody ended up liking, so I stopped doing that. That was actually a request. I got a request to do singing, which is something I do plan on doing. That was a long time ago. I got a request for that, and I never got around to it. I still haven't gotten around to it, but it is something I do plan on doing fairly soon. maybe not for this channel, and that's all the hints that you'll be getting about that. Well, that's just about all I have to say. So this has been Steve Blair TeaTime Productions, and I'll see you in the next video.
This tea fire though. Can I have another cup? This tea fire.